We're talking music, celebrity interviews, exclusives right here on Flip Pop Radio.
Might hear some things that you don't like.
They're gonna love
It's
it.
Flip Pop Radio with G. Reed and Stephanie V.
Hola, it's Stephanie V, and here are the top 5 songs in the country.
Follow us at Flip Pop Radio.
Man, listen where you like. Facebook, SoundCloud, YouTube. Tell your grandmama to listen.
John thinks he knows sports, but let this Texas girl tell you a bit or two about football.
Okay.
Listen live, listen whenever.
Flip Pop Radio, SDJ, Stephanie V, live from Houston. What's up, Stephanie?
Hola, hola, ¿qué pasa?
It has been a firestorm for Mr. Bill Cosby. We're going to go right in on this, right? I know that's your number one story.
Yeah, go ham.
What are your thoughts on the situation of the most beloved dad in America? He raised me, by the way, I must say.
Right?
Well, raised
All
everyone.
of us.
All of us, man. Bill Cosby had the number one show, The Cosby Show on NBC, for so many years. And all of a sudden now, all of these rape allegations from, even I saw Janice Dickinson. What do you think? I always got to go to you. What do you think?
She's the latest one to come out
Yes.
with these allegations, which I'm not sure how they ended up in the same room together.
Hotel or whatever, yeah. She got around back in the day, man. She was hot. Oh, this was in 82, though, right? 82, she says.
But still, I mean, I don't know if this was like at an event and they ended up in the same room, but the next thing is she knows that his robe was off and he was on top of her.
Well, she said she gave her a pill. Right?
You read a lot of hype.
So,
Now see what's really happening for
what's this, a
businesses like
commercial?
yours. Introducing a groundbreaking
Is that
new
you?
survey of how
that me?
organizations use technology. The Global Tech Adoption
Is
Index.
that you or
See
me?
how you
Hold on.
compare.
Oh, shit, hold on. Is that an ad playing? Hold on. Sorry about that. We was on the road. I thought that was you.
Oh my God.
What is that? Hold on.
I guess it was an ad on a website.
Oh,
Was
were you playing something or me? I didn't play anything. Let me close this out.
Okay.
I got it on E Online.
Okay, here. I think it was an ad on one of my sites. I
Oh,
had
yeah. Because I see the meter coming from your box. I mean, from me. I mean, from the Skype.
So where should we start again?
All right, let's start off. Oh, so Bill Cosby. Yeah, we are in it. All right, so this thing with Janet Dickinson.
She's the latest to come through with these allegations that they were in a room together and all of a sudden he took off his robe and was on top of her.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Now, I don't know. I just keep shaking my head because it's like, here's a man at the end of his career, basically.
Yes.
77. End of his career. I'm just not understanding the timing of these allegations. I'm like, why would you wait till till the end of a man's career? Why wouldn't you bring it up at like the peak of his career?
I don't know.
Or
maybe
when it happened, or I know rape was something that the subject of rape was completely different from what it is now. There weren't as many people coming out with those allegations, and you didn't have the support as if you would now. But at the same time, I'm just struggling with the fact that they chose this timing for
the motive.
Bill. I mean,
I don't want to believe it, but I'm starting to believe a lot of these stories because there's so many of them. There's
and
17
at this point,
now.
there's no reason. There's really not much they're gonna get out of this.
Well,
it's not like
unless they they can they can sue the estate. Michael Jackson's currently being sued by Wade Rupp, the dancer guy. So even if Bill Cosby dies, they still can have a lawsuit up against those millions of dollars in the estate and still be successful. So now is the time to claim rape. It's perfect if you think about it.
Well, I'm not saying that I don't believe it.
How do you feel about it overall? What do you think?
It's very disheartening. It's very sad that he is at the end of his career and he's not going out known as that man that we all knew, like a father figure to all of us. He's going to go down as a man who potentially raped many women, and it's like, God,
you know what?
That something how you want to end? That's nowhere where anyone wants to end their career with that title.
I'm gonna bring race into this for a second. Bill Cosby, he was a father figure to a role model to a lot of African American young men who wanted to have aspirations to have a beautiful wife, nice family, nice kids. Hey, I try to model myself after that, and then you look at him and say, whoa, maybe there was a dark side. And then you start looking at Michael Jackson and you say, whoa, well, maybe there was a dark side. You start looking at a lot of these people who we put on the pedestal over the years, and you don't want to believe it. I see people on Facebook, on social media going crazy. They're defending Bill Cosby, but what about the victim? So I'm trying to have I'm trying to look at it from both sides. I saw the young lady on CNN. Don Lemon told her there's a way you could have avoided oral sex. He sat up there on CNN and told one of the victims,
and now they're blasting him for what he told.
So
what he said
as a man, are we insensitive? So I'm looking at I think Don Lemon should not have been interviewing her. There's so many women, highly qualified women on CNN. We don't understand that. You could have bid it off. You didn't. Why would how can a guy make you do that? How can a guy make you? That's what some guys say that.
That's basically saying you agreed with it.
Yes.
You didn't say stop.
Yeah, there we go.
Didn't say stop. That's basically saying that you're lying, and that's these. And here are the ways. Okay, Donlin, what are you saying? Is this something that you've gone through? Like, are you speaking of?
Exactly. So, because he did come out of the closet. So is he an expert in oral sex? So what do you do, Don?
Obviously.
Don. What do you do, Don?
And oral sex, with men. So it's like.
So Don is an expert. So Don, why didn't you offer? I wonder why he didn't offer his expertise on what she should have done. That's crazy.
And that's none of his. Again, that's none of any. It doesn't matter when someone says stop, no, don't. That means stop, no, don't. That means you are moving too fast, and that's not what she's agreeing to do.
So why do you think Bill Cosby?
I think we know as a younger society, and what rape is rape, and no means no.
Yes.
Let's not try to create some other facade like, well, you should have done this, or you should. Really? Yeah. You're gonna let a woman know what she should have done in a situation of. And
here's Don Lemon. And Don Lemon, you'd think he'd have been a little bit more sensitive, being that he is gay. Not to say that gay guys have to be sensitive, but he should understand, right?
Yeah, that's stereotype, John.
Hey, you're gonna be gay. Be gay. Be a little bit more sensitive. Thank you. Anyway, I should be.
Well, I sure hope that he wants to continue his tour. Despite the sexual assault.
Yeah, but I think he needs to have a press conference. Hey, man.
On.
I know, man. Screw a tour. There needs to be a press conference. He needs to sit up. If that was me, I'm having a press conference on CNN, NBC, ABC. And it's gonna be some questions and answers.
His interview with one of the talk show hosts, was canceled despite So. It's there again. It's like
the snowball effect. It's over.
Snowball effect.
It's over.
It's just like the sports people. It's like everything starts falling apart, and then especially with something that has to do with rape. It's like that's a huge discussion topic.
Anyway, I guess we should move on because we can talk all day about this.
Well, everyone is talking about the Aaliyah biopic on Lifetime. And I did not watch the full show, but the 5 minutes of it that I did and could stand watching of it, I was in complete hysterics because
why?
It was hilarious. It was
in a bad way.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like, what? Like, it was very Lifetime, though. It was very Lifetime.
Hey, you know what? People were saying that.
My mom and I love a great Lifetime movie, and it was perfect for Lifetime.
I'm playing Aaliyah in the background, by the way, because they didn't have the music, from what I understand. Can you hear this or not?
Yeah.
So wait a minute. All right, go ahead. I'm not cutting you off. I'm listening to you review this wonderful movie I saw on Lifetime. I thought it was the second best movie I've ever seen because every movie I've ever seen on Lifetime has always been cheesy.
Well, and I think that's what people are like. People are like, oh, they shouldn't have it, and oh, it was ridiculous. But then I don't think they're really thinking like, wait a minute, it was on Lifetime. It wasn't on one of them. It wasn't
on Fox. It wasn't a big
theaters.
Budget movie.
It wasn't. I think Wendy Williams, I'm not sure if this is the first movie she's produced, but she did produce it. And you know what? She came out on top because she had 3.2 million viewers.
Unbelievable.
So, whether you hate or you like it, you know what? It got views. And in my opinion, it was...
Here's my thing.
I'm sure Aaliyah is turning over in her grave thinking like, really, this is the best you could do for me? But then honestly, her family did not want it to be done. Yeah. And when you go against a family's wishes and the true part of, know of people that actually knew Aaliyah, and there were reasons why they didn't want it to be done. So why would you continue with it? Like, let's let her rest in peace.
Well, hey, the family had a chance to do it before Lifetime got to it, so they maybe, what are they waiting on? So now this is a lesson learned. Let's cast a real R. Kelly. First of all, here's my critique, being that I grew up in the Chicago area. The guy that played R. Kelly did not sound like he had any type of Chicago accent. Let's start with that.
Well, that is why that I was cracking up, because it was like the scene of them two in the dressing room or something, and he comes in, and I'm like, wait, who is this again? Like,
okay, so wait. Well, hold on for a second. This is my second critique. So R. Kelly, as they kiss, they're about to make love. He stops and says, "No, not yet. Wait until you're 18." Let me play age ain't nothing but a number right here, because R. Kelly, I know, that's the damn sure protecting him, because what the hell kind of line?
Wait, two, he was doing it before she was probably 15.
Hey, I saw the sex tape of R. Kelly, man. Ain't no damn way R. Kelly would have said, "No, not now, let's wait." Anyway, that was the only unauthentic thing that I saw in the movie that nobody's gonna buy about. As I play age ain't nothing but a number. Anyway, let's move on now. Is that it?
Yeah.
What else? So okay,
Aaliyah,
so overall, overall, you're saying that you give it the thumbs down because it should have been made because of the family. I'm saying I like the actual movie of it besides R. Kelly.
I just don't think anybody needed to see that. I mean, what did that bring to her brand, or what did that bring? Like, if I die, I don't want a corny movie made after me. I want something epic. And I feel like, as the artist that she was, that's what she needed.
Wait a minute. Okay, I'm glad you brought this up, because we were talking about Selena. They did a really good job as Selena. So how do you compare the production and the aspect of that? Because some people felt
because the family was involved. Because the family.
But the fans said J-Lo wasn't. The fans said J-Lo wasn't Mexican. And I'm critiquing. J-Lo wasn't Mexican, and she didn't bring the authentic flavor that a Mexican artist would offer. So these are the things that were said about the Selena movie back in the day. And hey,
but they used Selena's music.
Yeah.
And J-Lo, I mean, she did her thing on the movie. She definitely wasn't Mexican. That was one thing that I wasn't. But again, where it's something where I feel like the family brought that authenticity. That I think the Aaliyah film
they co-signed on it.
Right.
Moving right along.
But speaking of another family, Solange, Knowles, Beyonce's sister, got married this weekend or last weekend in New Orleans, and everyone is talking about her beautiful, artistic wedding photos. Did you see those, John?
You started to say dress because she didn't have on a dress. She had on pants. What happened to the dress? Did somebody steal the dress?
No, she did have on it. For the wedding, she did have a dress, and it was like, but each of her outfits had some sort of like cape.
Gotcha.
So the pantsuit is what she wore to the wedding. Her and her husband they rode bikes to the wedding.
Nice. White
bikes. Everything was white. Everyone was in white. Which is kind of cliche, because normally at weddings, the only person that in white should be the bride. But it also brought I thought it was really beautiful. I thought the photos were a bit artistic, but I guess very different.
Well, here's the thing, though. You guys, I'm not into fashion, but what happened to the rules? Didn't they all violate by wearing white after Labor Day? That's the question I want to know.
John, that rule went out back in 1990.
I didn't get the memo. Okay.
Well, here you go. Here's the memo.
So it's really acceptable.
Winter white.
Okay.
Winter white, son.
I used to try to wear my white. People want to talk about me because that's the only suit I had, a white suit.
You're in Florida.
No.
People in Florida wear white
No, this was in New York back in a long time, a few years ago. I mean, this was 10 years ago in New York. I used to wear my white. They say, "Hey, what are you doing wearing white?" Because that's my best suit.
Well, now it's called winter white, and it's definitely not a fashion.
Hey, but Jay-Z had on off-white. He's smart. See, that's a smart man. Off-white. That's the way to go.
Yeah, I thought everybody looked really, really, really nice. Yeah. So, but they said that the Kardashians gave shade because there's some feud or something between the Kardashian family and the Knowles family. saying that
oh yes,
once she put out the pictures in white, that Kris Jenner put out another picture of her and the girls in white.
Too much attention. Hey, you know, because
think
you know
it's
why?
kinda
Beyonce,
dumb,
they didn't show up at the wedding, so there's beef, right?
Yeah, there's been beef between them, but you know,
Hey,
rightfully so.
Beyonce
whatever.
snubbed them. They snubbed them. So
They
Kris
snubbed.
Jenner has a right. She's throwing shade by putting on her white. Hey, she knows what she's doing. Kris Jenner's a genius.
That's two complete different talented families.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Hey, it's funny, man. Kris Jenner, them Kardashians won't let you breathe, man. They figure out you getting enough attention.
Don't
By the way,
mess with Kris Jenner.
Kim said she's doing this is off subject, but Kim said she did the photos for her and they made her feel great. What do you think about that, right quick? Just for her, just making her as a woman, had a baby and all that, and got naked, boom, for her.
Whatever. I mean, go home and take some pictures for you.
You as a woman should be more sensitive to her needs. She did it for her to work on her body image. That's all you have to say.
And
anyway,
I don't want to talk about Kim anymore. I'm tired of talking about her big ass.
What happened to women's support? Anyway,
but now, let's talk about the sexiest man alive that people have named, and that is Chris Hemsworth.
Who?
Who's he? He's an actor.
Okay.
Look him up, John. Yeah. He's beautiful, obviously.
Listen, I don't look up guys. My Google doesn't work when I type in
white male that they've named as
what
the
did
sexiest
what did he
alive.
play in?
Last year was the Maroon, what's his name? Adam Levine.
Yeah.
This year it's Chris Hemsworth.
Okay. He must not be that hot because you don't know how to pronounce his last name. You don't know him that well. You know Mark Sanchez. He's your only. Mark Sanchez would have been your pick, right?
That's completely different hotness. So don't even go there.
All right. So wait.
I don't know. I think he's beautiful. He's a beautiful looking man.
What did he play on?
I don't know if he's to me, in my opinion, I don't know if he's the sexiest man alive, and I don't know if everybody else would agree. But I have a friend that I'm pretty sure that would say that I was wrong.
What's his talent? What is he? Who's he? What's he?
He's an actor.
Okay.
You
know what? He's in a few big movies. This dude is huge.
Yeah, he's very. I think he was Superman.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at his face. I know this guy's face. I don't know his name. Oh yeah, this guy's paid. Oh, he's the richest guy alive. I don't know about sexy, but this guy's rich. Anyway,
right,
wait. What's the category for that? Who picks these things? Is this an online?
They sure don't do like a survey.
Bias, man. This is bias. Anyway,
it would be all over the place with the sexiest man alive.
Sports. A tragedy happened in the NFL. Adrian Peterson is no longer in the NFL. The gauntlet has been slapped down on him. Roger Goodell finally stood up to something. I guess he said, "Hey, took too much pressure, so he's out of the league." How do you feel about it? What do you think?
Good. I mean,
I disagree.
You've got to start, paying for your actions, and it shouldn't be like, oh well, they're gonna let me back in. They're gonna let me back in. Like, no, it's a privilege to be in the NFL and to make that amount of money for the talents that you have, and you need to think twice about what you're doing and the choices that you're making as a NFL player, as a celebrity, and beating your children, whether you did it or not, whether there's allegations or not, whether you got caught in a baby's mama drama, guess what?
He just got, here's why I disagree. The only reason, because that's how he makes a living. And so I don't think any man should be denied a way to make a living.
If you did that at your corporate job, that's how you make a living. And if someone found out you're beating your kids and you're working at a corporate job, they're going to fire you.
Yeah, you're right.
So regardless, if that's how you make your money, then you need to think twice about your choices and your decisions.
Man, this guy.
And beating your children is not a smart choice.
The only thing about this whole thing is we're in the middle of
drop the mic. Boom.
We're in the middle of a couple's quarrel. It's a baby mama's drama thing that played out in the public, and he has to be the poster child for it. That's it. Because other than that, hey. And then there's another situation with Dwight Howard, who's been all over the news, and TMZ. His baby mama, Royce, they're in court back and forth. Dwight wants custody of the boy, 7 years old. She wants full custody. And he's saying she's unfit. She's saying he's unfit. So it always gets crazy.
And that again, too, is like, you know what? Just...
Here's the thing.
Chill out with all the baby.
Who do you think? Let's be the judge here. Because they may listen to you, Stephanie. Who gets the child? The NBA player Dwight or Royce, the mom?
The mom. mom.
Of course, the mom. Here's why the mom get. Normally, I would say the NBA player would get the child, but the NBA player is never home. First of all, and then
it's the suitable person,
yes.
and no matter they always are biased towards the mom, unless she's a drug addict.
Yeah,
unless
exactly.
She committed a crime.
Plus,
unless she's just not fit to raise a child.
Dwight Howard gets around. He has 6 kids by 6 different women, so he's banging he's banging too many chicks. It ain't happening. Any judge that gives him custody of a kid, hey, it must be some paid off something happening. Anyway, and I'm a guy, I'm coming from, and this is coming from a guy who believes that every son should be with his father. Every son should be with his father, but not in this case.
Right. And regardless, it depends on how good of a father you're going to be. Yeah,
even if you're halfway decent, every son should be with his father. Oh, not his mother, his
next
father.
Subject.
Anyway, that is the real talk. I'd rather have a halfway decent father than no father. Anyway, that's how. Oh, music, new music. We have here. I wanted to play from you like a couple different artists. Maroon 5 that came out with new music this week.
Hey, what's up? This is James Valentine from...
Who is this chick?
Yeah, she's the one that sings boom, pop, sound in my heart, the beat goes on and on and on.
Charlie XCX. Well, she has a new this one's called Gold Coins. I don't know, man. I like her. You know why? Because she sounds sad, like dark.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that whatever she's saying, I believe her. Anyway, that's Charlie. There's so much music on here. Postcards out. Nicki Minaj, she put out a weird song called "Bed of Lies," and she talked about when she tried to commit suicide, and it's like a letter to her either ex-boyfriend or current boyfriend. I got depressed listening to it, but I'm like, is this where she's going now? And here's the thing with Nicki, though. I really hate when she sings, but I really love when she raps. I don't know why. She really irritates me.
I'm the other way around. I like when she sings, and I really can't.
And as a singer, you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed because I don't like when she sings.
She has a nice tone. She's like a very pop tone,
She has
makes her such a great artist.
She goes in that studio and they put so many effects on that voice and she struggles. I already know she struggles in that booth.
Like when Drake sings or raps, you know what I mean? Like I like when he does both.
Oh, I agree with Drake. With Nicki, I don't know. It seems like she's trying to sing. Anyway, that's it. I don't know. I don't know if you're a One Direction fan or not. Hey, you know any of these guys in One Direction? Can you name any of these guys? Is that your...
No, and if I could...
No, because...
somebody let me.
Like, apparently, they're like, wherever they go, like, these guys are like, how Backstreet Boys...
They're the Rolling Stones.
Exactly. That's what
today.
I'm asking. And
yeah.
You don't know. So if one of them walked in front of you, you wouldn't know who Harry was, huh?
I wouldn't know who Harry was, but only because he dates Taylor Swift.
And the only reason I know his name, I wouldn't know what he is, but I know his name. Anyway, that's it. You have anything else?
No, but I did want to go into our strange news.
Oh, you have something?
I do. I think it's kind of funny, too, because now they're saying, I was looking on the Huffington Post, quote them, that normal Barbies, I don't know if you have... I have nieces that love Barbies, and they're perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And
all right, so I have a collection.
Normal Barbies will now have cellulite, stretch marks, and acne add-ons.
Oh, hell no. Hell, what? What do you mean?
So not also will the normal Barbies have bodies of an average American woman. Their skin will also look something like normal, too. They will add on a pack that will allow kids to give their dolls acne, cellulite, stretch marks, and more.
Stupid. Is this the Honey Boo Boo version?
I was
stupid.
I mean,
stupid.
You're gonna give your kids
anything to make more money and they try. I'm sure.
I'll buy my nieces that though. I mean, I just don't.
I'm sure it's
I don't
extra,
feel
right?
Like their Barbie needs to have acne. I mean, obviously, and stretch marks. I mean, what?
First of all, as a teenager, that's the last thing you want to even think about. First, kids don't even care.
And they show this doll with like where you can add stretch marks like on the stomach or on the legs.
Kids at that age don't care
and
about
like
body
acne
image.
Patches. You can put an acne patch like on the cheek or the forehead. Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
the Barbie looks like she looks busted up, like if she grew up in the hood.
Trailer park, the trailer.
It's like
if she's white, it's trailer park. If she's black, it's the hood. You can't say
right. Okay, well, this one I don't know. She looks ethnic in some way. I just don't know what part of where she's living. Anyway, that's it for strange news. I don't think I'd buy that for my
strange,
nieces,
man. Anything that makes some money, I'm sure they charge extra for the kit. Anything to get anybody to pay something out of their wallet, man. Hey, it's holiday season coming up, by the way. Thanksgiving and all that other good stuff.
Yep.
So I'm seeing people like on these gifts, and what do you think is going to be like? What's on your list? What's the one gift that you wouldn't want to go without? You ever thought about that?
Man, a new car? Is that something?
Man, that's always my gift too. I think about that too. A car.
Well, first off, it's my birthday this weekend, so don't forget that. I'll expect many gifts from you, John.
Yeah, it's your birthday. Yeah, I gotta figure. Yeah, that's why I'm fishing. I'm fishing here. Yeah, I'm fishing.
I would love I think a great gift would be like a complete makeover, like a new haircut,
Lord.
Massage, like cool, like relaxing. Makeup, you
asking for a thoughtful gift. Like time has to be put into something like that. That's not one of those fly by the night gifts right there, man. You got to really. You talk about cutting your hair. That's a lot of mental things got to go.
That's why I'm not at this point. Like I don't really care about gifts. Just
that's how I am, man. You know why? Because nobody's gonna give me the gift I want.
Exactly. I'm about do-it-yourself gifts. I like my nieces. She makes necklaces and bracelets, and I love that because I feel like they actually spent some time in thinking about what you would want. And
exactly.
I wish if all my family was that creative, but we're not. So
those are the most valuable. See, the ones that my nieces, my kids make you. Then the adults, they go out, they try to buy you something.
And we end up buying trash.
Yes.
Like we go to the dollar store and you buy trash that the kids play with for like a half hour.
See, I'm more sentimental. Yeah, like trash from the store. You going out because I know what I do when I go to the store. I'm swiping the first thing I see. Wherever I do, because there's no, you rush.
Yeah, that's a typical male thing.
Yes.
My mom will spend too long in a store. She plans out what she wants, and then she'll go in.
See, that's smart. See, that's how you save. I go in.
My dad, for some reason, he has this. I'm gonna let you guys know, but he has this huge surprise gift for my nieces and nephews, and he won't let anybody know what it is. And supposedly it was really expensive, so I don't know if it's like a college education money.
I was going to ask you, is it something that's going to be passed on from generation to it must be something he thought about,
he definitely.
And see, he's a guy too, so it's got to be something that's going to be able to be used again and again. Yeah, it's not something that's a throwaway. It's not going to be a gift that's going to be used once.
So I'll let you guys know what it is because I'm interested to find out, what is.
I'm interested.
What he's doing.
Anyway, that's all we have, man. Where you at on Twitter and all that?
I'm at Real Stephanie Var Twitter and Stephanie V22 Instagram, and subscribe to my YouTube page Stephanie V22 and visit us at Flip Hop Radio on YouTube too.
Yeah, so we got to make videos and stuff at your request, and so people can see us. We'll work on that.
Por.
Yes. Peace.
Aquí estamos. Peace.